TGT.
Checking there's no jumper or hat fluff on my head. Done a video a couple of weeks ago, a month ago or something, and I just shaved my head when I did it, and I took my jumper off before filming because it was dead warm, and the velcro sort of shaving head effect, it caught loads of fluff. And when I watched the video back, it was up on YouTube, so there's nothing I could do with it. It had loads of black fluff stuck to my lug, and once you notice it, that's all I could see. And I didn't want that to happen again, but I think I'm okay this time. I just want to do a wee chatty sort of like how my life's going video because, well, I've got 5 minutes to do it because everyone's away out at soft play. You know, the kids at soft play for ages. So the wife's taking our daughters and the grandkids, all like 5, 6, however, 100 of them, however many there is, to the soft play. And I thought I'd have a date myself because, do you know what? Why no? So where I live, I mean, my house is in the centre nearly of our town that we live in, but just 10 minutes or less walk away from the centre of my town is this like big sort of estate. It's like a stately home type thing with this massive ground. It's got a lake and a wildlife walk and so much like wildlife. It's unbelievable, and it's literally you wouldn't even know it's there. I mean, I didn't know it was. I mean, the town I live in now is like 15 minutes that way. Is my hometown, so I've never really, until we moved here a couple of years ago, I'd never really been in this town or known anything about it. I certainly didn't know that this lovely building, it's called the Hainan, this lovely building and stately sort of grounds and lovely, just lovely nature. It was just right there. And so when I get a chance, I go walking around it. So that's what I did today, and it was very nice. I'll stick some photos up here. In fact, I'll sit here. Look at the photos of me like walking about on my own. It was very lovely. So like I said, wife and kids are away to soft play, dating myself. I was going to film a video. I've got a couple of toys I wanted to review. I've got like a whole bunch of Hot Wheels I wanted to show off, but I just have no in the fettle for that. Had a lovely walk. Came home. I was playing on my Switch. I got a lovely Switch. I've wanted a Switch for ages because there's a couple of games like Dark Souls and I'll just move back into the centre because I'll finish showing you pictures. Dark Souls and The Binding of Isaac. I wanted portable so I could take them with me because I love playing those games. But like our budget wouldn't allow for just to buy, even though like one of my pals the other day was like, "Oh, I've got a Switch. They're dirt cheap. 200 quid isn't that cheap to me, so I couldn't just piss you 200 quid for the family budget without there being a good reason for it." But we kept looking, and I got one for like 100 quid second hand. It's pink. I don't care. It still does what it does. I'm in love with this machine. Absolutely in love with it, but not for the reasons I thought I would be. I got it as a sort of for like I said, playing Dark Souls on the go, playing Binding of Isaac on the go. There was a few other games like this Nintendo, like first party, what we call them, that's a Transformer term. Like the Nintendo's official games I fancied, like what's it called? I've played everyone. The farming one that everyone's obsessed with. Animal Crossing. There we go. I wanted to play that as well. I've found that that's not what I'm using it for. It is an indie title masterpiece machine. When I first got onto the Switch, I'd never used one at all. I'd never played anybody else's. I just got it, and I went onto the games market, what you call it, store, and here's all these epic sort of titles for maybe over the past 7 or 8 years, like indie titles, going all the way back to Super Meat Boy and stuff, for like a few quid each. And I was like, oh god, I'll play that. I'll play that. I've got like Rogue Legacies on there. I've got like all the Doom games I've got, like for the first one right up to Eternal, or Doom 2. I've not got Eternal, I've got 2016 all the way through, and I'm loving it. There's games that I've not played. Virtual Racing Arcade, I've been playing that loads, and I've found that I use it for games I never thought I would. I got a game called, is it Blazing Beaks, which is like a roguelike sort of duck fucking shooting game with a twist, where instead of the items powering you up, the items power you down. And then you get to a certain level, then you can swap them for power-ups. But the whole point of the game is you've got to power yourself down to then power yourself up a lot. Or otherwise, you just can't do it. You can't just go through the game without collecting power-ups. It's really good. It's really cool. It's really interesting. And there's just all these indie, like I said, Super Meat Boy. The Alex Kids remake just came out. That's awesome. So I wanted a Switch for one reason, and I found that I'm completely in love with it for another, and it's a fantastic machine. I'm not really big on Nintendo. The stuff's too pricey, and it doesn't. All the games are the same. They've just been doing the same shit for years. They very rarely change what they do, and it's just a bit boring. Like I can get just as much fun out of Mario Kart on the SNES, which you can get on this, right the way up to the newest ones, I can kind of, my enjoyment kind of is the same. So I didn't really need an update all these bloody Mario games and stuff. Um, so I was never really like, I got a 3DS when they were long after they'd been out, and I got it second hand, and I jailbroke it, and I stuck loads of games, and I did play it a bit, but I got kind of fed up with it. With this, I mean, you can jailbreak these or soft mod them, but I think if you do, you get locked out of like the online features, like Nintendo ban your account, and you can't really use it for much. So as much as it'd be great to just not have to pay like 50, 60 quid for certain games, I don't want to do that. I might get a second hand one, another second hand one when money's no say tight, and then soft mod that and stuff. Maybe stick a few games in there that otherwise I'm not willing to shell out for. But if you're not really a Nintendo person, but you do like handhelds, or you'd love to have certain games on the go, don't look at it as a Nintendo machine. Look at it as just a way to carry some of your favourite games in your pocket. It's just fantastic. So I highly recommend getting a Switch. That's what I'm trying to say. Aye, moving house. I've probably mentioned it on video before. I can't remember if I did. With my wife's disabilities and her sort of decline in health, we need a house that better suits her physical needs. So no stairs, like a big open, either a wet room or a big like shower, walk-in shower, which we've not got here. So we've been looking for a place that suited those needs, and it's really hard to find around here. We've been going through housing associations mostly, but we found a private let in a lovely wee town nearby, and this house was amazing, absolutely amazing. But long story short, that fell through, unfortunately. But we're moving still. We've got a wee new build in a sort of housing estate in another nearby town, and that's all good. It's all sorted, It finishes construction, or it was meant to finish construction mid this month, meaning we'd be moving either next week or the week after. But then we got an email saying that it might be the mid-August, if not the end of August, which does mean that if we've not moved by the time the schools go back, we might have to be driving our kid to our new school across there from here, which it's a 15-20 minute drive depending on traffic, so it's not too much a pain in the ass, but it is going to cost quite a bit in fuel that we've not really got, especially when we're trying to move house and set everything up and stuff. So it's all stressy times. Right now, we'd started packing because we were meant to have been moved into the original house, like the first house we got, like 2 weeks ago. We were meant to get the keys, or even 3 weeks ago, and so we're half packed. Like, I can't film in the games room; it's just there because it's all boxes and piles of shit. So that's why I'm filming on my couch. Other than that, we're living in like half squalor because everything's half packed away. We're still, because we've not got a definite timeline with it, we kind of pack everything away. Like, I mean, we can pack most things away. We can get most of our clothes away and all that kind of stuff. All the kitchen utensils we don't need. So we can pack, but we've not got an actual physical date for moving, so we kind of plan ahead the way we would want to. Meaning that life's a bit stressful just now. Now, I know plenty of folk go through stress. I know plenty of folk go through way worse times than I've experienced. I'm a very lucky man. What I've got in life, I've got my wife, I've got my children, my health to a certain degree. I mean, I was able to walk that walk that I did today. I had a car crash in 2014. I say a car crash, some old bastard just rammed the back of a car when we were stopped in traffic, and it fucked my back. It got really bad to the point where I was on constant painkillers. It's not so bad now. It's kind of eased off, but I went to a chiropractor because I was trying to seek help that way. But after my consultations and stuff, he was wanting like fucking, it was upwards like 280 quid a month just for like what would equate to like an hour and a bit therapy time. I couldn't afford that. But he gave me advice about my back. So I'd say, like, when I go for walks, my legs ache to the point where I can't walk, my back seizes up. And he says, I'll tell you one thing now, you're designed to move. Just do it. Push past it. Push past that pain. Push past that stiffness. And it'll be alright. So I did. And it was fine. But then I pushed myself too hard. And I straight away went from walking 10 minutes to the shop once a day and taking it slowly to doing 7k that way from down the road for the same house. 7 long ass k that way. At a quite sort of brisk pace as well, which the first couple of times I did it, I was like, oh, I can do this. But then after that, my legs ached and I needed a break for a week. Then I did it the following week a couple of times, and then after that, my legs were fucked. I think I'd walked too far, too fast, and I'd really damaged, like, I don't know what it was the side of my calf muscles were really sore. And after that, for about the past 2 weeks, every time I go for a walk anywhere, a 10-minute walk, my legs ache, and I'm like, oh, I can't walk any further. My legs are going to snap. I'm going to hit the deck and fall in. But today was my first. I'd been feeling better, and I thought, bugger it, I'm going to go for a walk. So I went a walk around that lovely, the Hayden is called, that lovely sort of nature walk around here. 4K it was, and I took it easy because I was stopping to take photos, stopping to take to make videos, and just stopping to get drinks of water and stuff because it was absolutely sunny today. And 4K and I'm fine, so I haven't got any pain now, so hopefully I'll be alright. And it was great. So like I say, I'm lucky in life. I've got my health, and I've got most of the things I would like. I'm not a really ambitious person. I'm not a really materialistic person. I don't really. There's things I want, but if I've not got them, that's just that's how the I could work harder to get them. I could do things to get them. I don't. I concentrate on being a family guy, and and that's just how it is. But this move is really stressful. As my wife's condition deteriorates, it's like we've got to find a. We've never. When we got married, we were together a few years, and before getting married, we split up and we got back together. It was all like just nonsense, but we found out we finally got to a point in our lives where we were like, yeah, this is the the real deal, the forever time. And we got married, but then the minute we got married, our daughter came along, and if you've watched my videos before, you know the circumstances of that were very stressful and traumatic. Then we had to move. I had to leave college, or I completed college. And then my father-in-law got sick, and we had to move to look after him. And then he died, and that made my wife's condition go. Hi, it's been since we got married. We were married 7 years this August. Hi, August. I had to fucking think there. Sorry, my wife doesn't watch this, so she'll know. Chop my balls for it. But we've had 7 years, and we've never had time to get settled. And I'm looking forward to having a place where I can finally say, right, this is us for a while. We're not moving. We've never lived anywhere longer than 2 years. I mean, we've been in this house longer than 2 years, but it's like 2 years just. And I want to settle down and get comfy and have my house away where it's going to be like I know it's not going to change and shit. And it's stressful to say the least. Like I said, I did want to do a video having the date myself of reviewing a toy or something. I just couldn't be bothered. Went for my walk, tidied the house, shaved my head. I played the Outer Worlds on this, which is it runs. I mean, any of the high end sort of not Nintendo games that you get on the like ports for like the PS4 and the Xbox One that are on the Switch, they tend to be really downgraded graphically, but you don't really notice. And I'm a console peasant, so 60 FPS is a sort of still a thing of the future for me. I'm not bothered if I've not got high end graphics as long as I enjoy the games, and certainly they port them across in a state where the games are still playable and enjoyable. You do, even me, I go, oh god, it's like I've got my contact lenses out, it's dead blurry, but then you play it and you get used to it. Yeah, so I thought I'd do a wee waffly. And I can see the wife's sending me, it's popping up because I'm on my phone, it's popping up there, loads of pictures and videos. So I take that as pictures and videos of the bairns playing the soft play and stuff. So I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to do a Hot Wheels video next, I think. Because I've got a big bag of Hot Wheels. I've found loads of decent ones, including a Subaru Impreza, which is my favourite car. A lovely black and gold model that's like, oh. Yeah, so I hope you're all well. Thank you for listening. If you have been this far, it's 50 minutes of me talking shite. Anything else? No. See you later.